Let's go. Let's go. Higher and higher. You they feel me with holy fire. Everybody sing along. Higher.
Hello, and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. Sorry about that hitch, but we're happy to be here with you today. Remember, on this show, we bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your lives and in your relationships. My name is Anete Bature, and I am the host of Common Sense for Relationships live show. And I'm a relationship coach and a singer, a songwriter, an engineer, and of course, wife and mother. And today, with me on set are two amazing people. You've seen them on this show a couple of times, and I'm happy to have them back. KJ.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. My name is Kingsley Toby. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
You're just a cool guy, like,
I'm a cool guy.
yeah,
I'm
right.
chill.
And Yoma.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show today. My name is Yoma Ogidiama.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way you remember to say that you're Nigerian. I'm learning that. Yeah.
Oh, yes. In fact, very soon we'll be starting with my name is Engineer Anita Bature, you know.
That'll be nice. Huh?
Yeah, I have that title already. It's just that I hardly use it. So maybe I should start doing it intentionally. Then maybe I'll call myself the Engineer of Love.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Actually, the engineer of love.
Yeah, so let's engineer your relationship so that it will work well. Okay, all right. So today our topic, a very interesting one, is just matters arising. You know, sometimes it's good to just stop and look around. Hey, what's going on? What's happening? You know, what are the new trends? What are we seeing in different places? And you know, when you look at life today and you see the evolution in technology, you see the evolution in the attention that is given to things like mental health. You see the challenges that people are experiencing in the types of relationships that they choose to be involved in. You realize that at some point things are going to shift. And we're stopping now to look at some of the things that have shifted to the point where they have been observed as trends across the globe. And we're going to touch on a couple of them and see how they apply to us in Nigeria. If these global trends are happening here in Nigeria also. So, to everyone online, today we need your participation, and I'm really excited that you're with us already. So, Debbie, you're welcome, and everyone else who has joined us or will join us sometime in later on in the show, or even watch this later. Please go ahead and drop your comments as we go through, as we discuss the different issues. Please, let's see. drop your comments. Are we getting feedback from Henry Elechi said I don't land. Okay. That's fantastic. Henry, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. Who else? Debbie says, good evening, everyone. Oh, that's Omoronze. Hey, Omoronze, welcome. It's good to see you. And Queen Debbie says, good evening. Yes, great. It's great to see you all. Okay, so let's jump in. We are starting with the first one, which I feel, okay, this one is I don't want to call it straightforward because the name itself is a challenge. Situationship. Okay, what's happening in the space of situationship? What we are seeing is that people are moving from situationship to intentional dating. Okay, people are moving from situationship to intentional dating, and the general trend of some of the findings is that people are experiencing disappointment in their relationships, their situationships, right? There's some confusion that has been built in because, hey, yeah, we started out saying no strings attached and stuff like that, but at some point, somebody caught feelings, and then you're expecting, okay, at least there's something going on between me and this other person. And by the time you get into a difficult situation or something, you're expecting them to come through for you. They are like, hello, I can't deal with this. I didn't bargain for this and stuff like that. That and more, or these and more, are the issues people are facing in situationships. So the question or the issue now is a number of these people have expressed after trying situationships that they want to move more to the old way where there's commitment, where there's a particular person that you're involved in, and you and the person are in this together, like you have decided that we are a team and we are doing this relationship thing together. So what are your thoughts, KJ and Yoma, and everyone
I'm
online?
wondering why people ever right ever did situationships. Like it was never going to work. I honestly I wonder why. Like it's better to be alone and be looking for someone who you can say, okay, are we doing this? It's never going to work because the emotions are going to be lopsided. One person is going to always feel more. At some point, one person can even get up and say they're done because there's no commitment.
Yeah.
It's too risky. And the heart is not
It's not plastic.
It's not plastic. It's kind of like glass. So if it breaks, it can, there's some kind of break that you can even be fixing, but there's a level of damage that can be done, and to fix it back becomes a problem. And then you now see that a lot of people are becoming toxic because they're exposed to relationships that are not properly defined. And then people are not saying, but I didn't ask her out. Have you heard those things?
Yes, like why did she expect so much from me when I
Yeah.
did not actually
Keep
ask
laughing.
her out?
I want to blame myself if I find myself in that kind of situation.
Okay, wait. Let's
Right.
see.
I
Let's
don't
see
know
why
why.
KJ is laughing. Tell us,
So,
why are you laughing?
God. So, okay, the main thing that's actually making me laugh is because I know I've been in a situationship before. But before I get to that, ideally, what your man said is correct. Ideally, in an ideal world, that's really correct. But realistically, I don't think a lot of people plan to get themselves into situationships.
How does it happen? Can you even tell me? I want to understand. Because
It
I'm
happened.
not talking about talking stage.
No, it's not
There's a
talking stage.
difference between talking stage. So because talking stage, it has expiry dates. There's a way you do talking stage, then people will get somewhere. There's this guy I was telling my friend about. We're doing talking stage. Talking stage is nice. So we're talking every day. And then one day the guy started doing like this. I told the guy, if you do like this, by the time you go from where you're going and you come back, I won't be here. I will be done. He thought I was joking. When bros came back, I was done. He's texting me. I'm like, texting who? Like, I'm not here.
You done.
And I told you, like, I was so clear that you don't just come in and then you just, I get it. You might be dealing with stuff communicate. Because
Exactly,
this is talking stage. This is not
communicate, yes.
relationship self that I will say, okay, I understand him over time. And then nigga disappeared and then came back. And I come back to, he's still trying to come back to today. How many years? I'm like, bro, we're not doing, like, I'm not angry, but I've moved on and I can't bring my emotions back again.
Oh, your emotion was invested. You invested your
Whether
emotion.
you
too.
like it or not, there are different levels
Of-
of emotions.
okay.
There's an emotional
Yeah, so-
attachment for talking.
So yes, so that's something I mean I put down a few of these points, and that's something I want us to look at. Some of the issues with situationship. And situationship is where it's not defined, right? People are just like going along with it,
How do
you
they
know.
do it?
And number one issue that you can have there is the ambiguity and uncertainty. So it's just ambiguous, right? It's just like if they even ask you to explain your relationship,
You cannot.
you can't explain.
So, like I said, it's not like it's intentional. Most often than not, it's not intentional. So let me give you my own story. So I met this girl. We started gisting, and we had a lot of things in common. So of course, it helped in the conversation. Okay, with time, we discovered that we were always talking. Every evening, and we're enjoying the conversation. Okay, I, for one, I was enjoying the conversation. It got to the point where I think she needed more. All right. I didn't know that she had moved from this is just my talk body and all of that to investing her emotions into it. So what I got to know was when I upload someone's picture of my status, and she'd be like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Hello, sweetheart."
Excuse me. I don't get it. Like, you were talking to this girl all the time.
Yes, every day.
And you didn't want anything. You just wanted to talking to her.
Yes.
And then
Sorry, is that a crime?
and then wait, and then in the
Like, you
middle
just
of
wanted to be talking to and like the other, what they call it, the other sex,
Gender.
the other gender.
Yes.
And there was nothing. You didn't want anything, and you didn't expect that she would want anything. Like, you expected that people were just talking.
and
Well-
you'll just be talking forever.
Yeah.
talking.
for
Sorry,
how
how
long?
do you? So wait. Are you saying I'm allowed to just have male friends?
No,
No, there's friendship.
Yeah,
Wait,
wait
bro.
now. You're talking every evening.
Yes, we're talking every evening.
What is that?
People are setting me up.
Do you talk to your male friends every evening?
And then that's my guy now. Would I be
Okay,
talking to
have
him
you
every day?
changed? Just tell us that you've changed and move on.
Change from
That you
what?
don't pick up the phone and take a girl's time every day and expect that nothing's gonna, like, she's not.
So yes, no, you don't ask the question that way. You don't ask me, do I take up my phone every day?
No, like, you
So
don't
she
do that
calls
thing
me.
again.
She calls me. She picks up her phone and calls me every day. Should I ignore the call? No.
And you're taking the call every day.
Yes.
And you don't think that this person is gonna have like some emotional expectations.
Uh-huh.
That she's just your friend and she's talking to you every day.
Okay, all right. So, Nioma, before right now I'm looking at that emoji that the score has gone up, and then steam is coming out from the brain. Nioma is almost there.
I'm just talking that he has changed. That's all.
So I learned I learned from
I'm
that.
happy you learned, because this is something that sometimes guys act like they don't know. Or let me give you guys benefit of doubt. Sometimes
don't
they
know.
actually don't know.
We don't no. Most times we don't know.
Most times.
Most times we don't know.
And it's amazing, right?
It's a miracle.
We don't know.
It's amazing that somebody will. I mean, it's not like the lady is 16 or is 15 or is 19. Most of the time, the people you're doing this with are maybe 24, 26, 28. They're already at that time in their lives when their mother, the uncle, different people in the family are telling them, when will you get married? When are you bringing your husband to show us? When will I carry my grandchildren? They're already under that kind of pressure. Then you come and occupy them for hours each day. To what end?
Do you
understand?
Like, so if she was married, right, would you be able to speak to her every day?
No, why would I?
So why do you think it's okay to? So, and it's not just to you. Like, I'm saying,
You're making it sound like it's a one-sided thing, though.
Wait now.
Because she also calls. Matter of fact, she calls more than I call.
No, and
Wait,
it's
now,
you
Kete.
that she calls. See, she was calling because she was
Expectations, hopes,
She
and
had
stuff like that.
expectations. You did not.
Yes.
Expectation that wasn't communicated.
Okay, hold on. Let me say
Guys
something.
start to call me all the time, right? And I know that I don't want anything with him, I would reduce. So sometimes I'll see the phone ringing. I'll know that this guy is calling me. I will intentionally, I'm probably even free just watching TV. I can pick the call. But I'll intentionally to pass a
Because you're
message
trying
him,
to send a
ignore
message.
that call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
because
so let me jump in here. It is important for both sides to take responsibility. Okay. Number one, the lady should take responsibility. If you are engaging so much with somebody and the person has not said anything, please, lady, don't assume that they feel the same way you feel. Don't assume that he's talking to you this much because he loves you, and eventually
will
at the
ask
right
you
time he will ask you. In fact, he might even jump from asking you out to asking you to marry him.
propose.
You know, that kind of stuff. Please don't deceive yourself like that, because you'll just be shocked that the guy will post a picture of another lady like KJ did. Do you understand? Or he will send you his invitation card for his wedding, and he'll say, oh, in fact, he might even ask you to come and be his wife's chief bridesmaid because she doesn't really have friends.
Oh
and you know, you are so close to him that right now you're so close to that the couple.
But in my defense, at the beginning, I had told her I was not ready. In one of those our conversations,
You said, but your
I told
actions
her-
said something else.
So there's
Actions
something
speak
that-
louder
something
than
that
words.
I think that people need to like hear. It's not just one type of communication. There are two types of communication. There's verbal communication and there is non-verbal. So you must make sure that both of
Let me take a few comments. I see Henry has written something interesting over there. Henry, yes, that one. Okay, so Henry says, saying you both want to be friends, no strings attached, is like keeping a chicken as a pet and hoping you will not kill it one day when you are hungry. Oh my goodness. Pindabi said, is it this one? Okay, I didn't quite get that. And then let's see. Debbie says, Henry says, Deborah, who are you pointing to first? I want to check something.
something is going on. in the
Yeah,
conversation.
They're having
their own banter. Okay, it's easy to fall in love, but staying in love is the main thing. Okay, thanks everyone for your contributions. But it's really important. Please, everybody, protect your heart. Don't assume. Communication is very important for protecting your heart. Communication is very important for not allowing someone to waste your time. Communication is very important to also let people know when you are not interested in them so that you do not waste their time.
Exactly.
And please, it's not just to say it verbally. Go one step further and show it by your actions that you are not interested in them.
And when you're interested as well, show it by your actions.
Sorry.
Yes. Now, speaking about showing when you are interested, KJ, sorry, let me say something.
All right.
Ladies, a lot of times in our culture, they would say, oh no, you shouldn't be the first one to make the move and stuff like that. Are there any quick tips that you have for ladies who, like, there's this guy, he's in her space, she likes him, but she doesn't know how to let him know, like, how can she at least make him actually realize that she is in his space also? So
this thing you just said now just reminded, before I even say that, to this, there's a new communication system that's going on now, especially with the ladies. I just discovered that one. I saw it on Instagram. So someone said, how can he not get the cue? I mean, having checked his story every day, I keep checking his story every day, and he doesn't get the cue that I'm interested in him. I'm like, whoa, so that's a new communication. So you see,
Are you serious?
yes, actually. So now, part of the communication is that you go check his story. So if you check, maybe he posts like 5 stories, you are there, you are the first to check. You're checking all, I don't know. You're checking all the stories. That's a communication. So the guy's supposed to get it.
yeah.
Do you understand? So that I just wanted to put that out
Be
there.
careful whose
Okay,
stories
so
I'm
please,
checking.
guys, pay attention, because I can imagine some guys don't even
We-
pay attention to that.
Of course
So,
I didn't.
KJ has just helped some of you out now. Check who is checking your stories.
Exactly.
Check who is
Ladies,
leaving the
check their
first
stories.
comments on your post.
Exactly.
Because they're feeling, in fact, maybe it is a way of them saying, I support your ministry, I'm here to help,
I'm a help me
Well, help suitable. help us.
So-
Help us by liking your post and dropping comments,
Comments,
and
yes.
resharing.
Exactly.
So
So
that
that
the
ministry,
please
yes.
pay attention. And this is part of trends that we're talking about. Technology is something that is growing, right? And the application of it is growing as well. So now you also have to check. In fact, someone was saying a way of expressing love now includes things like sending memes and
Yes.
sending
Oh, I was going there.
funny posts,
Posts,
just
yes.
just shared
Sharing.
somebody, and it's like, oh, this is an
That's
expression
new.
of love.
You have to send like 30 reels if it's on Instagram,
Send him reels.
reels, yes. On TikTok, you do streaks. You streak
Yeah.
the person daily. So there are a lot of a whole lot of communication.
It's a way of
among-
bonding.
I come in there.
Yes.
Come in, please.
I need help because I have this default. I don't like guys. Yeah, like
As in you don't like
I
guys,
don't.
as in-
if you don't, the only way I like you is that you like me and I like you back. Then I like you.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
find it so stressful to because I tell myself, okay, if let's say I go to church and I see this fine boy, he looks like everything. I can see him and say, oh, what a fine boy, but I say I move on because I'll be like, okay, did I ask him out? I cannot ask him out.
No.
So what's the point stressing myself?
See,
Wait.
I can't do
No,
anything
hold
about
on. You
it.
don't have to like him, but you can actually, should I say, initiate a conversation. Now, you see, the problem with a lot of young people is that people think that the beginning of the conversation is, hey, I like you.
Yes.
With me.
Exactly.
No. The beginning of the conversation is, hi, how are you? Oh, is this your church also? I've been here for how long have you been here for?
I think it's
No,
easier
no,
when the guy just likes me.
No. So
It's easier.
You just
Oh my
you just
God.
have the general discussion of general things. Talk about. So I saw a lot of people say talk about the weather. It's a starting point. Like, more this rain. Have you seen outside? The guy is like, man. I'm like, did you drive? He says yes. So I said, oh, you're lucky. Me, I didn't drive. It's Uber. I'm calling. I hope they even answer me. And then I'm like, how far is your place? And he's like, oh, I'll be home in no time or something. I'm like, oh, mine is not so far, it's just here, but as long as I get an Uber, I'll be fine. In the conversation, he has already established you speak good English, you can keep a conversation going, okay. And then I'm like, okay, so which unit are you in church? I haven't quite seen you doing ushering or some. The guy can now say, oh, actually, I'm this other place. Oh, I'm not even in any unit. I'm like, oh, you're not? I guess you're focusing on building some personal things right now, and then that could trigger him to tell me, oh yeah, I'm working on my business, I'm trying to set this up, or I just got this new job, and no. Do you understand? And then from there I'll be like, wow, I really applaud what he's talking about. Like, that's really amazing, keep going. I mean, the future looks bright for you. Well, I shall now talk about my own stuff.
Let me.
Do you understand?
No, of course.
So this person is not going to think she's trying to get my number.
Exactly.
We're just having a conversation. In fact, I don't even have to continue that conversation to the point where I get your number. I can just say, okay, see you next Sunday, if we see. But then, of course, I'm going to be looking out for him next Sunday if I'm interested in him.
Exactly.
Do you understand? And by the time I see him next Sunday, I will somehow
Stressful.
find my way to pass near him when I'm going out of church.
You deserve a round of applause for this thing because you are saying everything. So let me give you. You asked the question. Yeah, see.
Stressful.
So she asked the question. Let me
scary.
say.
I'm always scared as well.
No, you don't have to be,
It's
sweetheart.
how you start. But if you
don't.
approach them with, my, you look
You look
great.
Of course
They're not
Of course
going to
not.
be like,
What's
this
that?
one.
So I have so let me paint to practical example. So the first one of the evenings we were coming here, I was coming for common sense for relationship. I took a bus from Obalende to this place. And normally I'm either fiddling with my phone or I'm reading a book.
Yeah.
Okay, so this day I was actually reading a book. And the lady beside me, she was seeing a movie. And while we were somewhere close to Lekki Phase 1 or so, she was like, that book, what's the title? That was the first time I'll see a lady, I'm like, oh, it's I gave her the name of the book. Oh my god, I have the PDF file of it. I've been lazing around to read it. Is it interesting? I'm like, yes, it is interesting.
She's the correct girl.
And that's how conversation started.
Yes.
By the time we so at that point, I'm like, where are you going to? She said, oh, she's stopping at Chisco. I'm like, I'm also stopping at Chisco. So like, oh, that's nice. What are you coming here to do? I said, we have a common sense for relationship program. And I'm like, I'd like to so don't worry, I'll share you the link. She said, how do I get the link?
Phone number exchange.
Phone number. She was like,
Voila.
oh.
As simple as that.
It was not easy. And I
How is
said,
it going? How is it going?
Well done for continuing the conversation.
Thank you.
Well done to the lady for initiating.
God bless you.
Is there something ladies
now
need
this
to
is
learn?
physical. Let me go digital. Example number 2.
Okay.
The video we did where we uploaded where I said I'm a
wife of-
Kinika,
the husband
the
of
husband of
none.
none and all of that.
None.
Exactly. I didn't know that video was going to go over. So someone just liked. I think the algorithm just pushed it to somebody, and she liked and she laughed. She just came to my comment section
Laugh.
or to my, and she just laughed. And I'm like, "Were you?" And she was like, "Sorry, your video was just funny." I'm like, "What was funny about it?" She was like, "Oh, the part where you said this and this," and that was our conversation started. She's one of my best. She's my good friend right now, and she's not even in the country.
Yes, say.
So Keji has been using common sense for relationship to trap women.
I'm not trapping. No. Trapping is the wrong word.
Yes,
Trapping is the wrong word. No, don't use trapping.
Okay, I want to see this comment that has just come in from let's see, Queen Debbie. Queen Debbie has something that she said there. Let me see if it has anything to do with this part of the conversation. She said the emoji you were trying to remember on AKB to describe. Oh yeah. Oh yes, thank you. Exactly. Thank you so much, Debbie. Yes, that was the one I was trying to remember. KJ the sharpshooter. Yes. So please, ladies, learn this stuff. In fact, I saw a post recently where some guy was talking about how ladies way back used to do
Yes.
this. I don't know if you saw that post.
I think I saw
where
it.
he said they would typically drop a handkerchief.
Yes, and the guy.
Drop a handkerchief and act like it was a mistake, and then they're going on, and then the guy, and they're not just randomly dropping the handkerchief, they drop it near the guy they like who happens to be coming in this direction.
Exactly.
See you.
When I
There's even the smiling. There's the smiling one.
Yeah,
You just
and then
smile
the guy
at the
picks
guy.
it up and
That's
hey,
it.
you left your hanky, and then she's like,
when I
oh,
get to
thank
Blanco,
you so much.
Oh, the guy is in Blanco. You have used yours. You have used.
they are fine guys in Blanco.
Oh!
I see them all the time, but before I used to feel, I can't be bothered. So now that I've gotten some tips, there was one I heard as well that you're trying to buy stuff and then you're just like, hi,
What do you think about this?
Exactly.
Okay,
That's how you started
I'll be
conversation.
brave. I'll give you guys feedback next week.
Please.
Yeah, honestly, you have
Better
to.
join in so you can hear the feedback.
So please, everybody, ladies in particular, when you see somebody you like, don't say, "Oh, if he didn't see me, that's the end of the world," and there's no hope. No, you can actually initiate. You can start conversations and so on. At least get the person to notice you, because you may be so wonderful, but if nobody gets the opportunity to discover how wonderful you are, you will still be sitting on the shelf.
Exactly.
So please don't let that happen to you. Okay,
Exactly.
I want to ask one more question.
yeah.
What if the person is your friend? Or not your friend, but that one is harder, right? You're already familiar, right? You're already familiar. Yeah. How do you?
You're already familiar, and then they haven't
navigate?
said anything or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Okay, well,
And they
let me.
probably, sometimes they might not say anything because they might not know that maybe you
Are
understand?
interested.
Exactly.
Well, that I can very easily use myself as an example. When we were in school, my husband and I were in this group, and that will take me to one of the next trends I want to talk about. We're in this group of friends, right? We'll hang out together, do stuff together, rehearsals together, all of that stuff together. And I was, from all the general conversations we're having, I was getting to like his personality, right? A number of things about him that just stood out and kind of drew me to him. But I wasn't going to say, "Hey, guy, I like you." No, I wasn't going to do that, right? But if there was a birthday coming up, I'd be sure to send a card or something, right? And then occasions where we had the opportunity to talk, two of us friends. Of course, I had to make sure that the conversation was nice and pleasant and easy, and we were just flowing, right? And then sometimes out of the blue, maybe he just did something really remarkable, or just something that other people might just say, guy, well done, or something. I would take time to write a note to him to tell him how well he did whatever he did. Do you understand? Just write it out. And of course, you're not going to just carry paper, tear the exercise book, whack, right? Kingsley, you did very well in this. No. Find one nice looking paper, write nicely on it, express yourself, and end with something like, "Love, your friend." Do you understand? It didn't have to be your admirer.
And don't go and write now. These days is not paper.
Yeah,
No, you
I'm
can get
giving
a
you.
card. So there are these tiny cards. You
Mhm.
can actually still write.
Yes.
There are like some tiny cards that I get
Are
from my
blank. They're
friends.
blank, right?
They're
You can
blank,
use
so
it
you
for
can
whatever
put whatever it
purpose.
is that you
So
want.
let me help you.
And then get a gift.
That's like you won't be doing
I'm
that.
getting
You won't be doing that
I'm
always.
Yeah, wait now, wait. So wait. So that's an example of just making. So it's almost like you're saying, there's peace over here. It's like you're saying, I am
safe space.
approachable. Yes, exactly. Thank you. You're saying I'm a safe space. Feel free to, in quotes, if you want to use today's terms,
Not
to shoot
toasting.
your shot.
I'm available.
Do you
for
understand? I'm
toasting.
not going to bite you when you try to do that.
Hmm.
Do you understand?
I'm getting married soon with this.
But some ladies, they'll just be acting like, in the name of, I'm not ready for a relationship. Somebody will say, hi, you say, like, why are you even talking to me right now? You know? Or they'll say, oh, sister, this one, you not say. You saw then you just like, should be which one?
Are
Do
they
you understand?
available? Like the ones that do that,
Attitude,
are they
facial
available?
expressions, you just act like, don't come near me. All in the name of, I'm not ready for a relationship. But you will eventually be ready
Be
for
ready.
marriage one day. Start by being approachable and being nice and courteous and all of that. Yes, KJ.
So let me help a bit
Uh-huh.
with the 21st century methods.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
So as a single young lady
Mhm.
that intends to get married and you want the attention of your guy or the person you fancy, to get to your side. Number one, try as much as possible to if you can upload on your status, upload your pictures on your status. That's
So
one.
that they have the opportunity
So they have
to
the
see who
opportunity
you
to
are
see who you
completely.
are. That's one.
Hey, Jesus.
Two, as much as you can, when this particular person uploads or does something on the internet, try and like.
Mhm.
It won't take you anything.
Mhm.
Just like, or make a comment, which is almost like what she said,
Mhm.
writing. I like this. It's nice.
Mhm.
And you'll be like, oh, you like me. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Conversation can start off from there. Do you understand? This is somebody you're familiar with, right? I'm trying to help. Okay.
Why are you making it look as if it's me?
You just said it. Now you're not the one that just said that. What if somebody?
Is a friend.
You're setting me off. I wasn't talking about myself. I was just
But you're the one that asked.
asking
Okay, whoever asked,
examples, please.
whoever is the person,
My own
give
is
the
go to
person this
shopping
tip.
mall this week. That's my own.
You see that your own
friend.
good. This is your friend now. Give this your friend this tip. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So make some, comments. Hi. Oh, I love your this thing. You might not be too forward. Now, please be careful. Don't go with too much expectation. So tell your friend not to go with too much expectation. Otherwise, your friend will go heartbroken because after everything now, the guy will now say, I don't like you. I'm already in a relationship. Okay, so so just go with small. So all this sort of thing you can just be doing message. Like WhatsApp has a thing where you like use it.
Yeah.
So he's a prof in this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, no, it's because I know. No, I know a few people that have done it to me, and I have noticed them.
Yes,
Do you understand? The only thing is when I now get to know them on a personal level, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
this is not you're not the kind of person I want to. But did they make the move? They did in a very nice and mature way.
Yeah.
So you can try that. Instagram, WhatsApp.
Okay.
I know.
KJ has taught me
All right.
so much.
Hallelujah,
So-
somebody.
KJ,
doing
well
well.
done. We're happy for
You're
you
doing very
today.
well. We're proud of you. I'm sure the brotherhood is proud of you today.
Yes.
Well
All
done, brother.
On that note, I move to the next trend. So this one is around what is called dating as a collective experience. Okay, most of the time when people think of dating as me and you, so two people, right? But this is dating as a collective experience, and what it says here is that dating is becoming more of a communal activity, with friends playing a pivotal role in the matchmaking process. I don't know if you've seen this, but I mean, a few times, I at least I've observed this in one group where a couple of young people are, and this is recent, a couple of young people are friends, right? Together, it's like this group, they hang out, they do stuff together, and then somewhere along the line, somebody says, this person, this one is the correct person for you. Do you understand? Because I mean, they've observed each other, they understand what is important to each person, they understand their values and stuff like that, and from just general being together, they can tell. So sometimes you see the friends being involved in the matchmaking process, and then it says from vetting potential partners to providing emotional support. Now this is the other part where rather than, oh, I want to be in a relationship, and then you're going through all sorts, enduring all kinds of whatever ill treatment or something, or maybe you're not ready, but you say you need emotional support, and because of that you get into a relationship prematurely. This collective experience is that you have these friends that are there for you. If you're in need, they show up. If it's your birthday, they show up. If you happen to be in the hospital, they show up. Do you understand? And likewise, you for them. So the last part of it is that the dating journey is increasingly now seen as a team effort, right? So this is what these people are calling it, dating as a shared experience. But if I take it back, years back, it just used to be we have a group of friends. We do stuff together. In the process of doing stuff together, you get to find out more about this person and that person and that person. And you can start to screen to say, I don't like this, is not necessarily I don't like this, is not the kind of person I want to do life with. This is the kind of person. Sometimes you may not even end up with anyone in that group, but just from the experience of that friendship, that group of friendship, or that group of friends, you can now identify the kind of person you want outside, because you can say, oh, this guy in my office is like that friend of mine that I said is his kind that I would want to settle down with, and you can easily start to gravitate towards those people. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
So for me, I don't have a group where I belong apart from the church, my church group department, and that alone we have some sort of we just have one direction. We are coming to do church stuff, and once we are done, we're out. Okay. Do I have other ladies there that you'll be like, oh, maybe I would want to check this one out and see if this one works with me, the both of us? Yes, but the environment itself does not allow for it. So we are just there to do church business. And now maybe they are, of course, and I want to actually join a group now of friends, where we are intentionally getting to know each other to see, okay, I'm checking this. Okay, you're good. You're not good. I don't know.
But I feel like pulling your legs more.
No, pull.
Wait. You can easily set up that group by bringing all the ladies that have passed through your life in the past, let's say 6 months.
6 months? No. 6 months. No,
it will reach like 8.
No, nah.
Yeah,
no.
Are you sure?
No, it won't. If you say 2 years.
Okay, 2 years, then that would be significant.
Yeah, that would be significant.
Okay, or you can tell them to bring their friends.
Yes, their friends.
And the guys that have passed through their lives who form a community.
Now on the other side of it, where people matchmake people, I don't necessarily have a problem with people matchmaking people. Maybe a group of friends. Oh, I have this friend. Oh, I see this person would be good with this person, and I try to bring them together. I don't have a problem, but of course, there is always the pros and cons of everything. The bad side of it is that the two individuals that are in there, often than not, will try as much as possible not to impress themselves, the two people involved, but the other friends, the people that brought them together. Because these other people must have said, see, don't form my hand.
It depends. It depends. So, I think there's a lot of maturity and freedom, right? I know people who have been like their friends, like try to like. They even fell in love and abandoned their friends.
No, there's that, of course. There is. There's that.
So it's love, right? There's no choking or trying to force. You're just suggesting.
Yeah.
You might try it. If it doesn't work,
we are not exactly. So it's really not bad. It's not bad for people to.
I love it a lot, actually.
I think it's a especially when, let's say, we're not quite ready, like right now, to get married, right? It's a good way to just, because you learn a lot.
Yeah.
Even if you're not ready to get married, you have this group of friends that includes people of the opposite gender. You start to learn about how guys think as a lady, right? You start to learn about how guys think, how they act, what they like, what they don't like, the things that interest them and stuff. You learn so much from your group of friends that by the time you eventually find the one person you're interested in, you are not completely clueless about what to do. Do you understand? So there are a lot of benefits in belonging to that kind of circle.
So here's the problem I have now.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I have now is, see, this particular group is fading out. I think it's fading out into this world. We live today. We all live in isolation in a way. So the ladies have their own group, where they are together and they're talking about the opposite sex. The guys as well have their own group where we are talking about the ladies. There is no mixing. So the groups we had those days helped a lot.
They were mixed.
Yeah, they were mixed. Now, even if we now have those groups that are mixed, there is this whole thing called see finish. Yes, it's a thing
So
now.
there's a lot of zoning, brother.
Yes, there's a lot of brother zoning. So you hear somebody say,
We've got
this
from
one.
friend zone to brother and sister.
Yes, there's
zone.
brother sister zoning. So
That's even worse than friend.
that's what our friend zone. So you hear things like,
Oh my goodness.
is it
this
Larry?
so
No, I can't go out with Larry.
It's like a brother.
It's like
to
a
me.
brother to me. I've seen Larry. Do you get? So it's a problem I have
It's
now.
so interesting.
Yeah, but I think it would be nice to have such kind of I think I do have, just that we don't really meet so often,
Bam.
and most of them are married,
Mhm.
and then I think maybe I and one other guy were the only ones. Okay, there are girls that are not married, but I think that even the guys. So I'm not really enjoying the group because there's just one single guy in the group.
So you see,
It's not like a lot of, but it would have been nice. if
Yes.
there were-
Yeah.
I've heard of people who they were like sets of friends, right? And they were just friends, and then they just ended up marrying
each other.
and they're happily married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you see, it's a problem we're having now. I saw that's why
I
sometimes.
wish I had
sometimes-
that like in the university.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know
They're
the
just
best
trying to pass.
That's why I say
the
we
best
are
thing
living in an
about-
isolated
The
world.
best thing about those relationships in university, right? Those kind of groups of friends in university is that really at that point, all this pressure of this one has more money than this one and all those excesses that hasn't come in. Nobody's telling you my class, the people I work in so and so industry. I don't roll with your type. All of those things are not there at the time when people are in university, right? Maybe the only differentiator is stuff like this one's father is very rich, the other one's father is very rich, this one's father is poor, this one is broke.
Oh, this one
You
is
know,
intelligent,
but
more brilliant.
it's like it's not an issue because you see that the rich ones are associating with the poor ones, the broke ones, the middle class ones, and everybody's just enjoying the friendship together. There's no pressure. So eventually, by the time you the tendency to marry for love is a lot higher than marrying for money.
For money, yes.
Do you understand? You're marrying for love, you're marrying for shared values, you're marrying for
Friendship.
yes,
Friendship.
a lot of things.
It
are
gives the
just
opportunity to build
place.
friendship, like very
Yeah.
strong
Well,
friendship.
then when you were speaking about your church, sounded so austere.
So what now?
Austere, like
Okay.
I'm like so intense. Like so intense. Like I get it, it's church. We're all
Yeah.
for the kingdom, but we can be a little
No, we laugh
Yeah.
actually.
no, but like the fact that you're there, but you're like, this is not the environment where I can toast babe. Come on. I feel that
Maybe it's just me.
I'm married, right? So
let's assume
in our
that it's
chasing
just
God,
Maybe it's just me.
yeah. I hope it's not really. I feel like in church, that's a good place to also build some form of social environment. I think sometimes we tend to be too spiritual.
Oh yes.
Or did I say religious? Like
I think
in
we
TPH,
we miss opportunities a lot. Let's leave TPH. I think so that we'll not look for anybody's trouble.
Problem.
Let's
No, but we
see.
have friendship sectors like that
Okay,
are
yeah,
nice
yeah.
and wonderful after service. We with a lot of. That's my second place. I'll say
You
that I
get
have.
That you have a
Beautiful
community. Okay,
community, yeah.
great. That's awesome. So I guess if I follow you on my now and say if you're looking for good friends, a nice social circle, you can find that in TPH. So yes. Now, what I want to say is that a lot of times we miss opportunities in church. I keep emphasizing the fact that a lot of times you see ladies who probably get the opportunity to sit down beside the kind of guy they're looking for. And the only thing they say to that guy is when they say turn to your neighbor and say so and so. They say exactly that and continue focusing on the pastor. And the only time they right after the grace, they're gone.
They will some don't even wait.
Do you understand? So you've missed out on the guy still right beside you. What do you mean by you're shy? See, if I was single and you mistakenly sit beside me, and you are the kind of guy that I like, that day I will give you my second opinion of at least 5 things that the
Talk to the
pastor
ladies.
said.
Talk to the ladies. Talk to the ladies.
My second opinion. If he says something,
People will be giving him second opinion.
by the time he says something that maybe is I really agree with, I can turn and say, as in, I can just emphasize a little. Or he says something that I completely, or maybe he makes a mistake and refers to the wrong scripture that didn't say what he's trying to say. I will say that one is not correct. So you know that it's actually in this place and this is what he said. So let's forgive him, but just for you to know that's not the correct scripture. Do you understand? There has to be a reason to talk. If they say hi to your neighbor, I'm not just going to say hi. I'll say hi. How are you today?
Exactly.
It's a pleasure sitting beside you today. My name is Anita, by the way. What's yours?
My name is Kingsley.
Oh, Kingsley, nice to meet
God.
you. Yeah, I know somebody whose name is Kingsley.
Like I know somebody whose name is Anita. Conversation has started. We're going.
And then we say,
Stranger
okay, let's
numbers.
continue listening. We continue listening to the pastor, and he says, I must find a way to say more than just so that there's some kind of connection. Even if what this guy lives with is that was a nice service today because I had somebody to banter with. Cool. Or he may live with, that lady talks a lot, but she made a lot of sense.
Exactly.
It's still a different opinion. And the grace is not just going to be made the grace biological and right after goodbye. I'm going to be like, it was fun sitting with you today or something. Do you sit in this side of do you understand? And the guy may say, yes, I sit in this side of now. Be like, okay, I'll look out for you next time. Or he says, oh, well, I just happened to sit here today. I'm like, okay, if we happen to see each other again next time, then we'll say hi. But until then, right?
Man, you see this thing
we
you're
go.
saying now? This is the major problem, and I think Yoma will agree with me. This is one of the major problems we are having right now. The ability for ladies to engage in.
KJ, that's for the ladies, that's not for you now.
Wait now. Who are the people that leave service before sharing the grace?
Wait. KJ, are you looking for a babe that is going
I'm
to
not
come
looking-
and share grace beside you? Because you do your own work.
No. My own work. See, we've done our work. We are doing our work.
All those girls, the kind of girls I used to like. I've seen it. That's why you have been shining like a star today.
I like it. See, I like it when a lady finds a way somehow
To communicate.
But you know what's interesting? You've all the girls that have done it, you
wow.
liked it, but you're still single.
All the girls that have done.
Like
No. That's not an excuse.
Wait.
No, that's not an
Let him
excuse.
explain, let him
The fact that you had a conversation, a good conversation, doesn't mean I will end up with you. It's a starter, you know. I might get to now know some personal stuff, or get to like this lady that there's the other lady that did the talking stage with not the situationship with. She was good actually, but I had a problem with her getting to know her personally. Would I want to have her as a friend? Yes, I would. But dating, marriage, no, I won't. And the problem I had with her was she uses a lot of foul language. Do you understand?
Okay.
She uses that a lot, and it's a problem for me. But was she a great conversationalist? Yes, she was. So that's not a yardstick for me to say, oh, she could.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I'll give.
Okay, at least
Yes, your
Yoma agrees with
You're
you.
doing well.
Okay, so I'll go quickly to the next point. Henry has a comment there that I would like us to read that last comment, and then I'll read the next point. He says, let's see, I leave them alone until hell.
Yes.
Wait, with this thing,
this is
it's
wrong.
as if it started before. Let's see how we got here.
Yes. What's going on?
Okay, wait, go one step back, please, John. Henry, what happened? Most times it's just hyperactive ladies, and if you take that as a sign, then you will bounce back. Okay, let's see the next one. Then he says this is a clear difference between mathematics and quantitative reasoning. We guys are armed with formulas, but our ladies change the math scope. Okay. Then he says, leave them alone until you hit menopause before they take dressing. So because you don't want a relationship, you will be squeezing your
Oh,
face.
I know
Oh, I
what
see
you're
what he's
talking
talking about. You will be squeezing your face like a something like a tiger generator.
Oh God. Oh God. This is mean.
That's mean. That's the word.
So in summary, he's saying there's a time that ladies do shakara, 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 and then before they know it, they start thinking about biological clock and so on. Okay, all right, Henry, your comments are noted. All right, so I'll go to the next point here, which is that right now, first dates are evolving. So this one is intimate dining over casual drinks, right? First dates are evolving from casual drinks, let's hang out, let's quickly grab a drink, to more intimate dining experiences. Okay, a significant number of young daters prefer dinner settings that facilitate genuine conversations and allow for better assessment of compatibility, moving away from the traditional let's meet up for a drink scene. Okay, so now I know, yes, they have said here that the reason is that they're looking for better conversation and that they want to have a better opportunity to better evaluate whether you guys are compatible. But the fact is that the fine dining or any form of dining experience comes at an extra cost compared to just getting a drink together or something. So this has benefits, but may be a challenge in some settings. Okay, so it's KJ is breathing in and out many sighs of I don't know if it's relief or something else. So KJ, please, let's hear from you first.
So I don't have a problem. Let me start with, I don't have a problem with the whole fine dining thing. Okay, it's
Have you done
good.
it before? Let me see.
Have I done it before? Yes, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Really?
What do you take me for?
Oh, this is it.
Of course I have. No, I don't have a problem with that. But there is the nitty gritty. There is the main thing, and that's what getting to know each other. In those days, when two people, the date we are talking about, all this whole fine dining thing we're talking about now, was just simply two people finding a specific time and a specific place to just go there,
sit down and talk.
It could be under a tree. In the slave era, those days, during the slave trade and all of that, the slaves back then, they find when they are done with their whole work for the day, they look for under that tree. They know it's a normal thing. Even while we're growing up, I didn't date while I was in secondary school, but then I had friends. All they do is just, at this particular time, 4 p.m., we'll be under that mango tree there and we will talk. That is a date. Now it evolved over time to certain fine a dining or whatever it's called, wine and all of that, which is not bad, but it shouldn't take out the nitty-gritty. It shouldn't take out the main focus, and
Which
that's
is the conversation.
the conversation. These days, before Yoma attacks me, both the ladies and the guys are more concerned about the food, about the drink, about the place, about what dress you should wear. Some people even go as far as saying he needs to buy me this kind of dress before I go out on a date with him.
Really?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay.
Do you understand? But that's not the main thing.
Okay, that's not the main
Calm
thing.
down
The
before you
main
attack
thing
me.
is the
main thing
is the conversation.
is the conversation. Most times, and let me even tell you what happens now. Now, they set that whole dinner thing, beautiful as it is, which I still don't have a problem with, and they get there and they're pressing their phone.
Oh, come on. Really?
I'm serious. The guys behind can be witness. You press your phone. And
So somebody has paid.
someone has paid.
Somebody has gone through the trouble
Exactly.
to set this
To set the
wonderful
whole thing.
and you now come there and you're doing phone.
And you're pressing your phone. Or you carry, they'll carry phone and be snapping the camera
That's
or
it.
the food.
No,
Even
so wait, snapping the food might just be part of something they do. They like
It's
taking pictures of
memories.
food.
Yeah,
But it should
memories.
be snap the food and then continue the conversation.
Right now is that they forgo the whole conversation thing. The conversation is not really a problem.
It's not about the
It's
general
not about the
experience.
aesthetics. Oh my god! If you see the car this guy took me out with. Oh, the girl dressed in this thing. I'm also attacking the guys as well, not the ladies alone. Do you understand? But that's not the main thing. Let's get to talk.
So I think that even that fine dining can be a distraction. Honestly.
Yes, it can.
I feel it can be. So there is time for fine dining.
Mhm.
But if I meet a guy now, I don't know that I'm necessarily trying to. If he invites me on a date, I will go, right? But I would rather do things that are natural.
Mm.
So, for example, you can meet someone and maybe you live around the same place and there's somewhere in the estate that you guys can just go. Do you know that if you go there, like maybe spend 1 hour every day, you will build some really solid,
exactly.
connection.
Yeah.
And the whole, I don't know, I don't like where he took me to. I'm not sure where
Yeah.
he should have taken me here. It's not even a distraction.
Yeah.
And when you get to know him, like maybe we're just taking a stroll in the park and we're just gisting, and that's how we connect, right? And we've done that for a while, right? He then would even know where to take you to.
True. Exactly.
Eventually, I think that personally, I would prefer. I don't hate fine dining. I even go on dates with my female friends to show you how much I love. I really love fine dining, but I will not put it in the front of my relationship.
Of your
Yeah.
relationship.
It's so important to me to really know this. So even if the person is boxed up, I would be like, see, we can just go somewhere and just like, we can just sit down in a movie,
Yeah.
and then after the
And
movie, just
you don't want to just in case you are not so boxed up, you don't now want to make the
Pressure.
requirements for this kind of engagement be a setback.
Yes.
Because there's ways the
So
person will say, I want to
distracting.
go out with her. I would like to see her again. But it means I have to take her out. And I don't have money
Thank
right
you.
now. So you may miss out
Thank
on
you.
that. But
And
if
then
it's
it's-
just a let's sit down and talk, let's find somewhere, sit down and
Yes,
talk.
get to.
Do you understand? Then the frequency can increase without any financial pressure.
No
So,
stress.
yeah,
Even
no
when
stress.
even when people even have money, because even the people that have money, right, their focus now becomes, oh, I want to take her here. So the guy is thinking, I took her to. And now, no, uncle, don't worry. When we let this relationship work.
Work first.
And
Then
we can do all of that.
they will not go there. Then, but it comes to, I feel it can be like a distraction a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, and I think that's yes, the last one I want to take is this one. Prioritizing emotional stability and shared values. And here it's saying modern daters are placing increased importance on emotional consistency, reliability, and shared life goals. So people are looking more for people who are emotionally consistent. As in, I know that KJ is a often serious guy, but then I know he's serious. I'm just assumption. Or I know that Yoma is often cheerful, right? And she is not erratic. She will not just, if I act a certain way, the worst that can happen is that she will do this, right? There are no surprises, like you just say something and the person just blows up like, like, do you understand? So emotional consistency, like I know you, I can predict to a great extent you are in this. It's not that you are the same way all the time, but you are in this range, and that's consistent. That's becoming more and more important to people. I guess it's the whole mental health thing, and the people saying, please, I'm protecting my mental health. I don't want drama, I don't want trouble, I don't want wahala. So people are now checking, who am I letting into my space? Am I bringing someone in that is going to be wahala? Am I bringing someone in that is going to upset my balance and stuff like that? So yeah, so I will just take a thought each on this before we wrap this up.
Mima, you want to go? You want to go first?
I just preach to me on this.
Preach to you. So you've said it all. Everyone has gotten to that point. At least when you are matured, you know that your mental health is your mental health is key, and you don't want anybody who hasn't had a grip of their own emotions to just come into your space and kaboom, everything. Okay, you try as much as possible to. We are not now. That doesn't mean that we are expecting everybody to come all perfect, emotionally perfect. Okay, but there is so much I can handle.
Yeah, and I think something to emphasize is you also have to look out for someone who is interested in your mental health.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a clip we saw recently, which probably was a joke, or maybe they were acting or something. But there's this lady who was trying to get her hair ready for the next day. She had an event the next day, and she has bought the attachment. She has kept it. She has loosened her hair and washed it and dried it. and she's just here sitting in front of the mirror. Her hairdresser was on the way, and from nowhere, her boyfriend came with a bucket of water and poured it on her.
Wait, was it a joke? Like, are you trying to joke?
wait, bucket of water, poured it on her. Do you understand? And then, according to him, that in fact, if she even knows, she was already upset. Like, look at what you've done. My hairdresser is almost here. How will I prepare for this event tomorrow if my hair is wet and all of that type of stuff? And the guy said, if you even know where I got this water from, so the water wasn't even clean water. Do you understand? And he was just trying to get back at her for something that she had done. You know, just a disagreement they had. But this was his way of taking it out on her. Do you understand? But so imagine that kind. I mean, imagine that kind of person saying, "Okay, this is now my boyfriend," and you allow this person to. Imagine what will happen in the future. Maybe because she wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be sleeping one day, you just hear, "Shh," and by the time you open your eyes, the pain will wake you up, and you realize this guy has carried iron to burn you. Do you understand? It could be.
It could be, yeah.
So really,
some people are also emotionally selfish. Yes, so there are people that are emotional. You're just self-centered. By the time you start looking beyond yourself, okay, try to see how much you can bring peace to your partner. It's key.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody that is just me. Oh, you did not call me at so time. Oh, you did not text me at so. You did not do it. See, whoa.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Yeah. So I guess everybody has to look out for that. You know,
Exactly.
Your thoughts.
Yeah, I think for me it was the word consistent. So yeah, nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to be perfect. Just knowing their basic. Okay, this is how this person will be, and the person is consistent. Know how to navigate in your relationship with that person. That's really it.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you can depend. So people, I don't know, sometimes people navigate emotional relationships like it is transaction. So sometimes I remember talking to somebody about my feelings, and the person was a friend, not a guy. The person was upset about the way I felt, and I'm like, okay, and this is not a safe space because this is not. And I try to explain to the person, this is not me saying that you're wrong or you're right or you did something bad. I'm saying how I feel, right? So just having that place where I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, but I can rest. We can express ourselves, and we are ready to carry each other. For me, that's
Key.
Yeah, that's really important. I can tell you that for a fact. That's really important. Having a safe space, it makes all the difference. Okay, you want to be able to say what's on your mind. You don't want to be walking like you're walking on eggshells or something. You just want to be free to completely express yourself. It is very, very important. Okay, so please, everyone, look out for that. Protect your space. Be careful. Just know that people can be toxic, right? And you know what you can take, what you can't take, so that you don't hurt yourself in the name of trying to be in a relationship. So I think that's where we'll wrap it up for today. We've had some good engagement from everyone online, and really wonderful points KJ was dropping, ladies, for
Professor
for
KJ.
how you can get your guys' attention, okay, in this day and age of technology.
Prof,
So
I'm
please,
calling you Prof now.
so please, if you didn't hear that part and you have been trying to get a certain guy's attention, please just can go back and look out for it and try to apply some of the things that he said and see you just might get the attention of that guy. Okay, all right. So thanks everyone for joining us today on the show. Let's see, will you be my side chick? Very funny.
Love it.
That definitely is my husband.
Yep.
Asking me, I have read the comments, I've seen the comments. Yes, I've gotten your attention. Abi, you have my attention. I'll be the fool and the side chick, all the chicks. All right. Thank you so much, Honey Pie. He's yes, he's not on set today because he is engaged in other matters beyond the shores. Yes. So but then of course he always comes to give his support. Oh, I'm so touched. Let me see. Please let me read these comments so I cannot pass. At Henry. Not true. She as Anita to just define. Oh, I must have missed that. Hey, thank you. And then what else? What else?
The singles need air.
Start
At this point.
the car first. The sound will determine whether you should continue or it's having serious issues.
These
It's
guys.
not about cars though. Yeah, you and your logic. Okay, then what else? Please go down. You'll see some other comments from my darling husband. It's just his comments I'm looking for now. Like single chick. Okay, I'm looking fine like a single chick. Yes. What else? Let's see. Okay, and then what else? Okay, think that's it from my darling husband.
Yeah, I'm sure you should not go. I think
Yes,
it's like
husband,
Tuesday.
I see you.
Just
I
excuse
feel your
them,
support.
Abi.
Thank you so much. We miss you here on set, but yeah, we
Voila
look
for you
forward
whenever
to
married.
next week when you'll be here. All right, everybody. See you next time on Common Sense for Relationships. And like we always say, remember, common sense
Is not so common.
Bye.
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 Let's go. Let's go.